Good morning. Welcome to the Community for Conscious Living weekly live broadcast. Today is Sunday, February 24th of 2019. The Community for Conscious Living is a community dedicated to personal transformation for universal harmony, healing the planet by making inspired changes in ourselves and our daily lives to create a sustainable environment and a peaceful world. And I think one of the most wonderful things, it's all wonderful, but one of the most wonderful things we can do to have a sustainable environment and a peaceful world is to unlock the joy and freedom that is alive inside of each and every one of us. Today's topic is unlocking more joy and freedom in your body, in your mind, in your heart, and in your soul, and in your spirit, and coming to live fully enlivened in your physical body, in your physical space. I don't know about you, but sometimes, I think it's a templating from our culture and from religion, is that sometimes the spiritual work, it can be heavy. And it can bring us to that place of, it can be really intense. And, the intensity in and of itself can be sweet. And it can be intense without being, really, really heavy. And it's not saying that heavy is bad all the time. But, because as the poet Rumi says, the crack is the place where the light gets in. And sometimes when we have lived a life where the heart becomes hardened to certain things, and that's just called being human, going through life, our tender hearts that know all about love, which they do, every heart in its inner core, its inner kernel, knows about love and contains love and is love. And there is that eye of the heart that's looking out from the center of your chest, that's watching what's going on in the world around you. And when it sees things that aren't matching that love it knows inside, it's natural for that heart to constrict and to harden and to start to put up walls to protect itself. And so, sometimes in doing the healing work, we need to wake up the heart so that it can feel again. And in order to do that, we kind of have to make the way through those walls, and sometimes cracking open those walls and creating those cracks can feel pretty intense. And you got to get to that place where your heart can't help but feel. And when your heart feels, it starts to crack open, and that's the place where the light gets in and where you have those breakthroughs, and ultimately it brings relief, and it gives your heart the ability to open even more. And it cracks a little more, and then it opens more, and then it cracks a little more, and it opens more. And that's part of the process, and there's beauty in that. But sometimes we want and need a practice where we can just simply say, today I need more joy. Today I need to feel more alive. Today I just need to feel happy. And I want some beauty in my life. And that's a good thing too. And that can make the world a happier place, beginning with you and the beauty and the joy and the radiance and the light that emanates from your heart. So today we're going to do a practice that I've done with just a few of my clients so far, just on the one-on-one. I haven't done it in the group yet. And there's reasons for that. And I'm going to explain one of the reasons, and then I'll explain a little bit about what this practice does, and then we'll do it. But let's see. Let's go ahead and gather in our prayer and healing circle, and just bring ourselves together with calling in that light and love and compassion that we love to do, and we'll come together in that space, and then I'll go into the explanation while we're gathered together with our hearts joined, and while we're bathing in this beautiful vibration of divine light and unconditional love and eternal compassion. So let's take a full and gentle breath together as we gather together in our circle in the name of the One, most merciful, ever compassionate. So let's gather together in our circle, all coming together, sitting side by side, shoulder to shoulder, elbow to elbow, knee to knee, coming together to create this beautiful bowl, this container that will be our container for the light and love and compassion that we're going to bathe in this morning. And this is, you take this full and gentle breath into your heart space, and as you exhale, let your heart, that funnel of energy at the center of your chest, just let it come to face the center of our circle. And as our heart faces the center of the circle, just let our hearts all come together as one, at one spot in the center. And together, let's call on the One. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, the name of the One, most merciful, ever compassionate. We call on the essence of your divine light. Let's just imagine, perceive, feel that vibration of divine light streaming into the center of our circle. And feel this light vibration streaming into the center of our circle, right into that place where our hearts come together. And let your heart center be like a breathing portal into your body and into your heart. And breathe in through your heart space. As you inhale, draw this vibration of divine light, this pure divine light, draw this into your heart space. And just allow it to flow with your breath. Let this vibration permeate the air that you breathe. And allow it to flow into your heart space, filling your heart with this pure vibration of divine light. This is the light An-Nur, the divine light An-Nur. And breathe this in and allow this breath to be like the wave that rolls onto the shore of your heart, flowing onto the shore, seeping into the sands. And as you exhale, let it be drawn back into the ocean. And as it's drawn back into the ocean, is any of those loose clutter that's not serving your absolute highest and best and deepest and purest, just let those things be carried back into the depths of the ocean where they can be purified and where your heart can be cleansed. So with each breath, breathe in this vibration of this pure divine light. Breathing in this vibration of divine light. And as you exhale, relax, release, let all this space be soft as this wave cleanses your heart. The waves of your breath, breathing in this vibration of pure divine light. The poet Rumi says, your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers that you have built against it. And as you seek and find those barriers, allow them to be released, because underneath those barriers and those blocks, which are just there as things that you've taken on as a protection as you've moved through life, and underneath that is that place that knows love and is love, the truth of your divine essence, your divine light, your unconditional love. So this is like allowing the waves of the ocean to meet the depths of the ocean itself. As this breath, this wave is flowing onto your shore. As you inhale It's meeting the depth of the ocean inside of you, at the core of your being. So breathing in this essence of pure divine light. Exhale, relax, release, and soften, and just let that core of your body drink in that essence, that vibration of pure divine light. And together from our hearts, from the depths of our hearts, let's call on this vibration of unconditional love. This is the existence of divine love that is not based in any conditions, that is here, that is flowing, that is moving. And again, as we breathe it in, just let it melt away any of those blocks and barriers that you don't need anymore. Let them roll onto the shore and flow into the depths of your ocean. So as you inhale, let your heart open. Let your chest lift and open, and let this breath breathe this essence, your breath breathe the essence of divine light and unconditional love in to your heart space. And just let your conscious body lean back toward the front of your spine. And just let yourself just go deeper and deeper with each breath, just kind of gently falling back toward the front of your spine, resting against the front of your spine. And just let this waves flow over your shore and into a waterfall at the core of your being. That's what it feels like for me sometimes. I hope that description helps you. Breathing in that vibration of divine light and unconditional love to flow through your heart center. As you exhale, relax, release, and soften. Allow the wave with your exhale to be drawn back into the depths of the ocean at the center of our circle of this divine light, unconditional love, and eternal compassion. Let it carry with it any of the clutter, to be purified in the center of the ocean. And let also that wave of the ocean to flow through your heart space into your vertical core of your spirit inside your body. And create a beautiful waterfall in that space. Allow yourself to just lean back into that space and be bathed with this perfect temperature, perfect pressure, perfect everything of your divine waterfall. And together, let's bring our hearts and call on that essence of eternal compassion. The existence of compassion that exists beyond the realm of space and time. This realm that we exist in here on planet Earth. The existence of eternal compassion, eternal being what exists beyond this realm of space and time. Breathing in this vibration of eternal compassion and letting this vibration move through your heart space, through your heart center, through this funnel of energy into the depths of your essence, your divine being inside your physical body. And if this is your first time joining us here, just know that this is a practice that we do that is fully embodied. Some meditations you actually leave your body and then at the end you come back to your body. This is one that we do while we are in the body, and we breathe these vibrations into the body, and they meet the existence of the vibration that is the pure essence of the life force energy within the body. So everything is enlivening the consciousness of the body to resonate at its natural essence of divine light and unconditional love and eternal compassion, so that we can be the pure essence that we're created to be, and that we can embody this essence in physical form, in our physical space, as we move throughout this world, throughout this life, as we relate to all of the things that pop in and out of our environments, and all of the people, and everything, that we can be in tune with the vibration of divine light, unconditional love, eternal compassion, and just calling to the all-wise and the all-knowing, that all-encompassing life force energy, the eminence of source that gives life and consciousness to this realm that we're in, this material realm. Just calling on the source and asking for anything that, as the all-knowing, the all-wise would know that we need. So you can call directly on your source. Ask for anything that you need, according to what the all-wise and the all-knowing knows for you. And ask for that vibration. Everything is energy. Everything is vibration. The divine attributes, the essence of the divine, is communicated to you through vibration. There are other ways too, but let's call on that vibration in this moment, or, if it wants to come in another way, then by all means. But let that vibration permeate the air that you breathe, and add its spices to this soup in the container of our circle. And breathe that in. Let that be the breath that you breathe, as that is brought into your heart, into your lungs, and carried by your blood and your fluids throughout your body to nourish every cell of your body. Let this be the nourishment that is feeding your body today. Today and every day. Calling on this pure essence of divine light, unconditional love, of eternal compassion, and of whatever spice has been added, whatever attribute has been added for your heart, for your healing, for your body, for your joy, for whatever is needed for you today. Let that also be added in, and breathe that in. Allow it to be taken up by your blood and your fluids and carried throughout your physical body to every cell of your being, as every cell in your body carries consciousness. And just let's trust in the wisdom of the divine to take it to where it needs to be. You can also just breathe into your body, and if you feel a place that maybe is calling your attention, that feels like it really wants to open and flow, just go ahead and direct your breath into that space and let this vibration be carried and delivered to every cell of your body, and invite the cells of your body to turn to face this essence and to open and to breathe it in. Every cell has consciousness, and every cell knows its origin, divine light, unconditional love, eternal compassion, and all these beautiful attributes of our divine essence. So let this bathe each and every one of your cells. Invite yourselves to take this in and to say yes. And really let your conscious body drop in to your physical space. Really take a seat into your physical seat. And feel your energy moving just through your hips, through your pelvis, and through your legs, your knees, your shins, your calves, your ankles, your feet. Really feeling your relationship and your connection to the earth beneath you and to the gravity that holds you to the earth. And as we breathe, let's just take a minute and notice, what is your relationship to gravity in this moment? As you feel those places where you're connected to the earth, to the chair beneath you, or whatever it is that you're sitting on or standing on, what is between you and the earth, just notice. And are you resting into that space beneath you? Do you feel some resistance? It's not quite settling into the space beneath you. And part of you lifting up, part of you settling in. Just notice, what is that relationship? And as you're noticing, remember to continue breathing. Breathing in this essence of divine light, unconditional love, and eternal compassion. And just notice if there's any places in your body that you feel your attention drawn to. Just kind of do a little check-in. How are you doing? How are you feeling? What sensations do you notice in your body? The practice that we're going to do today is a very simple practice. It involves a recitation of a divine name, and we're going to use the name for the One in the ancient language of Aramaic. Aramaic is the language that Jesus spoke. It's an ancient language, and the name for the divine, the One in Aramaic, is Allah. Allah. So we're going to be calling in, and again, if you're new, the qualities of a sacred language. A sacred language is one where the vibration that is created when the sound is emitted, so the vibration of the sound waves, calls in the same vibration, the energy of the thing that it names. So that's the meaning of a sacred language. And so the name Allah, which means the One, the unified source of existence. We're calling on that name of Allah. We're calling on the essence of the One. And we're going to, it's a sacred name, it's a divine name, it's a name for reverence and respect. And we're going to bring this vibration into our bodies in a way that is going to have some physical response in the body. We're going to use this sound vibration. And one of the things, my background is in Sufism. Sufism and the use of sound in a sacred language is sometimes called sonic theology. One of our teachers called it sonic theology, because the sounds and the sound codes emitted by the sacred names can be used to heal the physical body. And the healing properties are incredible, immense, in using this as a sound healing technique. So we want to acknowledge the sacredness and the reverence of calling on the One. And we're going to use this sound in the body as a way to release stress and evoke joy. And what better way to celebrate and express love and reverence for the One than by bringing ourselves into a state of celebration and joy. Sometimes I think that, the religion doctrination will kind of put in our minds that there's an element of suffering along with that being in communion with the divine sometimes, or at least getting there. So in this practice, and I won't say that sometimes the tears can flow. And some of you know that. You were on this call. I think you know who I'm speaking to. Sometimes the tears can flow when you're releasing those blocks and barriers. But when the tears are flowing, it is oftentimes the joy inside that it's like opening the floodgates. And when that wants to move, that emotion that's been stuck wants to move, sometimes there is some expression of tears that comes and pain in the cracking open that comes, but ultimately what is coming forward in that can be very joyful. So we're going to use the name Allah, and we're going to stimulate the vagus nerve in the body. The vagus nerve in the body, the vagus is Latin for the wanderer. It's the longest of the cranial nerves in the body, and it wanders throughout much of the body, through all of the core of your body. It innervates, connects into all of your digestive organs and your abdominal, most of your abdominal organs, and almost all the way through your colon even. And so it goes, through like all of these belly organs and in all of your digestive organs and even more. And the vagus nerve is important because you've probably heard of when you have something that is startling that comes into your life, those things that cause the constriction of the heart. What happens in your nervous system is what's called a sympathetic response, and your body will respond with fight, flight, or freeze. And so if you've experienced trauma, you know this well, because trauma can really invoke that freeze response that kind of goes into a paralysis within your body, and that can get stuck there until you actively take steps to release it. And one of the places where we can really get paralyzed is in the face. Because when you think about, what's the emoticon for shock, right? It's that, oh, and the face kind of freezes like that. So we can carry a lot of that frozen energy in the face and in the jaw and in the neck and in the lungs, right? That, oh, so all of that can go into freeze. And we notice as we move through life that breath gets shallower and voice gets more constricted and throat gets more, we temper how we express ourselves, and the jaw gets tighter, and all of this stuff is happening, right? And that's as we move through life and we get conditioned by stress, by trauma, by fear, by tension, all of these things that get locked up in the body. So going back to that nervous system response for a minute, that fight, flight, or freeze is a response of the sympathetic nervous system. The opposite of that is the parasympathetic nervous system, which is also nicknamed the rest and digest system. It's what brings your body into that state of rest. Gratitude is a beautiful thing. Joy is a beautiful thing. Celebration, reverence, all of these are beautiful things that can bring us into that state of the parasympathetic, where our body can be at rest and ease, where our digestion can be happy if you have digestive issues, making sure that you, this is a little aside, you can do this before you eat, and also gratitude is a huge one. So always remember to give thanks for your food and really feel it in your body before you eat. That helps with your digestion, believe it or not. So this is going to help to, this practice we're going to do is going to help to activate the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is the main nerve of your parasympathetic nervous system that takes you into that rest and digest mode. So we're going to, with the sound vibration, we're going to move it through the body so it's stimulating that vagus nerve and helping us to move from fight or flight into rest and digest. That's going to free up some of the tension and stress from the body and move us into a place of gratitude and joy. We're going to set an intention for that also. And as we're moving this through the body, feel free, if your body wants to physically move as you're doing this, to let your body physically move. And also, as you're moving with this sound, and the sound is moving through you, let your jaw open, let your face move. So let it move through your face. If your face wants to scrunch and your jaw wants to open and your throat wants to open and move around, just let your body have that movement as the sound is moving through. Okay? Now, the ah sound is a really good sound for stimulating that vagus nerve, and it allows you to open up that jaw and make those whatever faces your face wants to make. So we're going to move this sound through the body as you move your body and let your face and your jaw open. And then, as we said, we're going to use the name ah, la, ha. So when you form that L, that L sound, your tongue, this is another point, right? Your tongue is touching the roof of your mouth behind your teeth. Now, in Chinese medicine, you have two of your meridian vessels that run along the core of your body, the center channels of your body. You have the conception vessel and the governing vessel. And when you touch your tongue to the roof of your mouth, that is completing that circuit of those channels and connecting those and helping to create more flow through the core of your body, around the core of your body. And that's not my area of expertise, so I'm not going to share much more on that piece. But you've got that oh, and then we go into la, ha. And with that ha at the end, we're just going to give a final, like a celebratory release. And I know when I do this practice, I actually do kind of move my body and I move my hands with it. And at the end, my hands are like up in the air, and that ha is like a joyful lifting celebration. Okay? Now, so we've got the ah sound moving through the body, stimulating that vagus nerve. We've got the O that is connecting the conception and governing vessels, and increasing that flow through those meridians in the core of the body. We've got the ha, releasing with a celebratory joy at the end. Now, body position and posture is one other piece of this. And I'm going to talk us through all of this as we do it together, but I'm just telling you why we're doing what we're doing here. In the body position, I'm going to invite you to upright your spine and open your chest. I'll never forget this one cartoon I saw in, it was a Peanuts, Charlie Brown cartoon, where I think it was Charlie Brown, and he's walking around and his shoulders are hunched over and he's looking down at the ground and he's, all down. And I think it was Lucy says to him, "Hey, Charlie Brown, look up, why don't you look up and lift your shoulders and lift your head, and, it's a joyful day." And he says, "Nope, I'm in my mopey mood today, and I want to be here today," And so it was just like, it was that even Charlie Brown is acknowledging that your body posture can actually, yes, your mood shows through your body posture, but your body posture can also help to shift your mood. So As we're doing this, I'm going to invite you to upright your spine and open your chest and lift your head. Not necessarily so you're looking up at the sky, but so that your head, your neck is elongated and your chin is lifted. And you still be kind of looking straight ahead, but just letting that elongation create space and just lifting, kind of like shoulders open, back just a little bit, chest open and head lifted. Just opens up space for more joy to flow. And here's the last thing I'm going to say. As we do this, see if you can do this with a smile on your face, because the smile on your face will begin to translate into the smile in your heart. Okay, are you ready? So that last part is about posture. And if you're doing this laying down, that's okay too. Just let your chest, let it feel open, like that. Yes, I'm happy and I'm proud and I'm, just feeling alive in the heart space, kind of like a dancer would, you see a ballerina with their chest lifted and open. And really let your breath move through this space and your head lifted and, let yourself be tall and open. And that's easy for me to say at 5 feet tall. I stand at 5 feet. And so just let this be open and put a smile on your face. Okay, so you ready? Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Calling again on the one for that vibration of divine light, of unconditional love and eternal compassion, again to fill all of the space of the container of our circle and to fill and surround and hold and encompass each of us, filling the space around you and permeating into the air that you breathe with this divine light, unconditional love, and eternal compassion. And let's begin by taking a full and gentle inhale all the way into the low part of your belly. So you've got like the Buddha belly. Let your belly be soft and open and let it fill with air. And as you exhale, begin the sound of vibration from the bottom of your belly. And you're going to recite that and as you let this vibration move through your body, it's kind of like, let the vibration start at the bottom and move up, like up through the core of your body, that moving up through the core of your body. And then that la, as it moves through your heart, and let that la move through your heart and up through your throat and into your head. And then you can even move your arms up with it so your palms are up toward the sky as you ha at the end of it. And let that be a smiling, joyful, celebratory release up to the heavens. So again, breathing into your belly, and just continue this at your pace. And I'm going to talk periodically and then do it with you as we move along. Breathing from the body, the chest lifted, head lifted, and a smile on your face. The smile. Breathing into the belly. Chest lifted and open. Let yourself feel playful with it. Let your mouth move, your jaw move. Ha. Full belly. Ha. Breathing into your belly, chest lifted, head lifted, open, smiling. Ha. With a celebratory, joyful release. Ha. Belly breath. Ha. Smiling. Ha. Chest open. Ha. With celebration and gratitude and reverence. Ha. Thank you, thank you. Belly breath. Letting this ah sound move all the way up through your wandering vagus nerve innervated body, starting from your belly. Releasing with celebration and joy and a big smile. Belly breath, chest open, head lifted, big smile. Belly breath, chest lifted, head lifted, big smile. And really feel your connection with the earth beneath you in your chair as you breathe into your belly. Can lift your arms up to the sky and your palms up in celebration. Breathing into your belly, and I move my arms with my breath, starting with the belly, and then moving them up as the sound travels up my body and out through the top. Breathing, hands on the belly. Big smile. With joy and gratitude. Gratitude for life, for breath, for voice, for joy. Belly breath with chest lifted, head lifted, open, smiling, joyful. And let your face move, let your jaw move, let your throat move, your neck move. If you want to get up and move around, if your body wants to move that much, feel free to move with it. Whatever your body and your heart, your soul feel like they want to do, feel free to just surrender to that and give into it. Full relaxed belly. Heart space open. Head lifted. Big smile. Joyful face and jaw moving. Arms moving from your belly with your sound, lifting it up, palms to the sky, releasing with just a releasing celebration into the sky and into the air and into all of the space around you and into our planet and all around our world. Breathing in that light and love and compassion and joy. all that life force energy has to share with you and give with you and express with you and through you today. Big belly breath. With each breath filling up more and dropping into the earth. Let yourself be a joyful celebration and expression of spirit through physical space. Do a few more. Let these last ones be a joyful expression of the divine through your physical vessel into your physical space and environment. Allowing whatever wants to move through you to move. We'll do one more together. Belly breath, chest open, head lifted, big smile. And now let's come to just settle inside your core of your physical space, to your vertical core of your energy body, your life force element moves through you. Let yourself drop into your core and just lean back into your heart space, into that space in front of your spine, and feel this vibration as it flows through your space. And take a minute and again notice what you notice in your body. Just being a witness. You can be a participatory witness in your physical and energy body. And notice what you notice. Noticing your face and in your jaw and your neck. Noticing in your shoulders, your arms, your heart space, your lungs, your rib cage, your diaphragm, your belly, your hips, your legs, your ankles, your feet, your toes, your hands, your fingers, your physical, your energy, the tone and quality of your voice, your tongue. Just notice what you notice. Notice your breath. I invite you to what it is that you can be in gratitude for. And I mean that in a way to bring your focus and attention to gratitude, to the feeling of gratitude and joy inside yourself. Hopefully you cannot have to force that, but just gently bring your focus and attention and allow your energy to shift there. And allow yourself to feel the gratitude and joy, and to turn that gratitude and joy toward your source, toward the one, and offer that gratitude to your source, to the one, Allah, and to all of the angels who are here to guide your way and to support and to help, to heal, to all of the divine beings and to all of the guides and helpers, to the prophets, to all who are here to help us on this journey. So let your heart feel the gratitude for the immense support that you have in the unseen realms that are helping you and guiding you on the journey that you're on. Let your heart continue to dance in a little celebration dance with your breath, with the tones, with the movements, with the feelings, with the expressions, with whatever wants to move through your space. I must have the Charlie Brown peanuts in my field today because I think of Snoopy doing the happy dance. Continue to breathe with that. I bring this recording of this call to a close, and I'll open up for Q&A or sharing or discussion. As we bring this to a close, I want to say to anyone listening to the recording, thank you for listening and thank you for being here. If you would like to join us live on Sunday mornings, we're live at 10 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. U.S. Pacific Time. You can find the information for joining the calls at joyfullylivingwellness.com. It's our weekly prayer and healing circle. It's called the Community for Conscious Living weekly prayer and healing circle. You'll find that at joyfullylivingwellness.com. And mark your calendar right now if you want to join us next week for Sunday morning, 10 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. U.S. Pacific Time. Join us live. While you're at the website, pick up your copy of the 10 Spiritual Principles of Our Human Existence. It'll give you one sheet that you can print out that gives you a feel for the basic principles that these calls and these things that we share here are based on. And also it's a nice reminder that you can print out multiple copies and put in places to remind you of the truth of who and what you are and what this journey is about and why you're here on this sometimes crazy planet Earth. and help to remind you and reflect for you as much as possible that essence of truth for yourself, because there are way too many things in this world that would take you into denser and less pleasant realities, and we owe it to our psyche, to our nervous systems, to our spirits, to our hearts, and to our physical bodies to remember as often as possible the truth of the reality of our existence. So please download that 10 spiritual principles of your human existence and put that everywhere you can see it, and set your calendar to join us back here next week. And with that, I'm going to stop this recording. Thank you again, and I'll be opening for Q&A.